I'm on the other side of the creek. This side is not really more difficult to get to, but you really need to come off of it from the road that's out there, and most people aren't willing to walk along that road to get to this side. Or you could jump the creek like I did, but again, a lot of people aren't willing to do that. It feels nice being out here, just being. I think partly my chattering has kind of interfered with my enjoyment of the scene around here, so I think I'm going to shut up a little bit and just video. Look at the squirrels. There's plenty of squirrels out here. I need a couple squirrels. That would be a good set for a squirrel trap. Oh man. As a matter of fact, let me look at this. Oh, look at this. Oh. Has this somebody set a trap already anyway? Oh, let me pull this shit up. Did they have an animal out here, or was they setting up a trap? This looks like it was a trap set. Okay, I'm gonna undo this and I'll get right back with you. All right, well, at the exact spot that I just happened to walk by and say, hey, that'd be a good place for a squirrel trap, I find some wire like this. Now, this could have possibly been to chain up a dog or something like that while people were out here. It's possible, but this is the type of wire, the size of it. This had to be an awful small dog, but this is the type of wire that you use for snare traps. And it just, to me, looks like this was used for squirrel snares or for a snare in general. Now there's 3 pieces, and I'm going to roll up all 3. I'm keeping this wire. It looks like it's been out here a while. Anyways, there we go. 3 pieces of what I say is snare wire. So I'll get this wound up even a little bit tighter than this, and I'm going to stick it in my pocket. And it looks like I'm going to have to change batteries again. That's my second battery. I'm down to 1 more battery, and then I'm done. I'll get right back with you. Alrighty, here we go. So there's those 3 pieces of wire right there. Now let's take a look at this situation here real quick. This would make a really good snare set for squirrels especially. So let's go take a look at that. So I'm not 100% sure whether or not you actually saw the squirrel running up this thing, but when we were coming down the path here, there was a squirrel running across the path here, and then it ran up to here, and then it ran up this vine and across the log laying out there. Now this right here would be a perfect spot to set a small snare set for squirrels. They would get up here, they would run through the snare, they would feel the tug, they would run, it would tighten up on their neck, and then they'd dangle here until the person came and picked them up. Also, you could set up snares on this here if you wanted to. You could dangle one off of here down into here. Just snare sets. You could tons and tons of them here. Perfect place for them. Wires, which is where I found that wire, which is to me snare wire. I mean, it's thick snare wire, a lot thicker than you need for a squirrel, definitely. But and someone could have placed it there to hold their dog while they were sitting around or doing something. That's possible, but who knows? Anyway, perfect spot for a squirrel snare. Now, I've tried practicing some of my snaring for squirrels and rabbits, in particular some rabbits recently, and the wire that I was using did not really fit too well. Oh, well, okay. So now, where's it at here? Got to be here somewhere. There, okay, see that? Right there? That's one of those bands that they put on people's arms when they give them injections. Somebody may be out here using drugs. Now, I see that as a possibility. Now, I have several of those at the house that I am using to try to fix my slingshot. Use those as slingshot bands. One doesn't work. Just one of them doesn't work. I'm going to have to pile on more than one to make it work. So let you know that right now. One does not work for a slingshot. Now that's what I would use them for, but that I don't think that that's common enough for the reasoning that's sitting there. To me, I would automatically go to somebody who's probably out here shooting up. And I could be completely wrong. I don't know. So here's a nice little spot. Of course, the creek is about dried up. And it is getting to be close to winter time, so we'll head back. See what other fantastic and wonderful things we can encounter and find or see or decide to talk about. Okay, so I just thought of something that I could discuss. It's not really a positive. Well, maybe, I don't know. I can't say it's not positive, but it's not something that people perceive as positiveness. But Michelle has a cousin who lives out in Colorado. Now, technically, the guy is the actual cousin, but the family really has more of a connection to his wife than they really do him. I met her one time when Michelle and I packed up the van and took off on our adventure, and we went out to Colorado. We went to Bailey, Colorado. In Bailey, Colorado, there is a mountain that's nearly 2 miles high. On the top of this mountain lives her cousin. If you're interested, you can check out my adventure series and go to Colorado, and you can see those adventures. But anyway, the woman who is married to the cousin technically, but Michelle and her mom really seems to have a deeper connection with her than the actual cousin. Like I said, I met just that one time, and we were there for, I don't know, maybe a week or close to a week or whatever. She's a very nice person, very homeopathic, aromatherapy type stuff. Anyway, she had cancer, and she lost that battle and has since passed in the last couple days. And there is supposed to be a gathering, a funeral, sometime late November, and Michelle and I are attempting to find the finances to go to Denver. It's near Denver. To go to Denver to be part of that. So as far as that goes, Michelle and I are probably, along with her mother, are probably going to be driving to Denver in the end of November. So that could be an adventure of itself. So there are a lot of squirrels out here. I don't think it's squirrel season yet. I have to look. We're in October. It might be. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really keep up on hunting and trapping times unless I plan on doing it. And I really don't plan on doing any hunting or trapping this year. But I do need some squirrel tails for a project I'm working on. And there are a lot of squirrels here, and squirrels are very tasty. Squirrels taste really good, so there may be some squirrels in my future. I'll have to go and check on the specific dates to make sure I know exactly when the season is. Look at that. Oh, I like that. I could clean that off and use that. It's a nice piece of wood. But I don't want to carry it, and I'm walking. So we're going to set it right there. And if I think about it when I drive over here, I'll come back. Let's see. We need to find a possible way of getting across. And the way I got across the last time must be over here. It's further down. So let's move down. Well, you know what? This isn't particularly the way I came originally. And might be able to step on these rocks here. If not, I'll get soaked. Let's see here. Boom, this one's kind of solid. That one isn't too bad. Now, as long as that one right there is decent, I should be okay. Oh, I did it. Awesome. All right. So that worked.